You've probably been told to visualize white light around yourself when you feel unsafe. And honestly, that's like bringing a house cat to a wolf fight. There's a reason it doesn't land in your body. Because somewhere deep down, you know it's been defanged. Here's what happened. In the 1970s, the New Age movement did something quietly radical. It stripped protection magic of everything material and made it purely mental. Suddenly, it was all visualization, all intention, all happening in your head. Ancient practitioners, the ones who actually survived real threats, would have been completely baffled. They worked with iron across thresholds. Salt thrown with force. Words spoken like commands, not suggestions. Because historical protection wasn't about being nice to negative energy. It wasn't about gently asking darkness to please consider leaving. It was confrontational. Physical. Unapologetic. Your grandmothers knew this instinctively, even if they never called it magic. They knew you don't negotiate with what wants to harm you. The watering down happened when we tried to make magic palatable. Safe. Non-threatening to modern sensibilities. But here's the thing. Protection by definition requires the capacity for threat. A boundary without consequences isn't a boundary. It's a polite suggestion. And nothing that wants past your defenses respects polite suggestions. So if your protection work has felt like you're just going through motions, like you're playing pretend while something real prowls outside, you're not imagining it. You've been handed tools with the edges filed off. And we're about to give you the originals back. Most people panic and throw everything at once. Salt, fire, shouting, prayers, the whole chaotic arsenal. But protection magic actually works in 3 distinct tiers, and knowing which one you need will save you so much wasted energy. First, warding. This is preventative. You're building a wall before anything even thinks about showing up. Warding uses physical materials, salt lines, iron nails, protective herbs burned at thresholds, to create actual barriers in the unseen. It's the lock on your door. The fence around your property. You do this when things are calm, when you can be methodical. It's the foundation everything else rests on. Second, banishing. Something's already here. It's already crossed your threshold, and now you need to forcibly remove it. This requires completely different energy than warding. You're not preventing, you're evicting. Banishing is confrontational. It's louder. It demands more of you because you're pushing against something that's already taken up space. Third, binding. When you can't fully banish something, maybe it's too strong, maybe it's tied to a person you can't cut out of your life, you restrict its ability to act. Think spiritual zip ties. You're not removing the threat, you're containing it, limiting what it can do to you. Binding requires precision. You're not swinging a weapon, you're tying very specific knots. Here's the thing, most people try to banish when they should have warded, or they ward when they desperately need to bind. Knowing which tool to reach for changes everything. Here's the thing about warding that nobody tells you. You're not trying to be protected. You're trying to be unpalatable. There's a difference. Iron at thresholds isn't symbolic. It's not a pretty metaphor. Certain entities literally can't cross it the same way you can't walk through a brick wall. The barrier is real. It's material. It's why every cottage door had iron hinges, iron nails, horseshoes hung points up to hold the lock in. The iron said, "This boundary is closed." Salt doesn't purify. That's Victorian nonsense. Salt burns. It creates hostile ground. When you lay a salt line, you're not cleansing anything. You're marking territory as claimed and dangerous to trespassers. You're saying, I live here.